Hey, Houston, and everyone who's having the opportunity to turn in and tune in to tonight's interview. And if you do not catch us live, please make sure you tune in for the replay. It will be here on the YouTube channel as well as our social media channels, but definitely here on the YouTube channel. Um, we have in the house with us this evening Mr. Lionel Deshaun Shields. Thank you and welcome, Mr. Shields.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you for being here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling wonderful. It's Friday. It's the weekend.
Exactly. It's Mother's Day weekend. What you doing?
I'm gonna go get some gifts. Got a lot
I,
of, but
I understand. I understand. Well, you ready to do this?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. For everyone who tuned in, I hope you all had an opportunity to read a little bit about this extremely amazing young man. First thing I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about his story. Then he's going to discuss all the way about his story, and we're going to leave a little room for questions, answers, maybe some concerns you would like to share with him, maybe some understanding about a few things you'd like to share or ask of him. And then we're going to call it an evening. Okay. Mr. Shon, because that's what I call him, Shon. Shon, just like myself. Um, when he was just 24 years old, he's 30 now. But when he was just 24 years old, his life was forever changed. He was on the south side of Houston, enjoying himself, just being out what young men do with his friends. And his life was forever changed. On the evening of October the 22nd, 2016, around 9 o'clock p.m., he got caught in crossfire. He was shot in the face and the bullet lodged into his head. He was rushed to Taub Hospital. And like I say, he's going to tell you all more. He spent 10 days in a coma, a month and a half in ICU, and then two plus months in the hospital. And then he's still dealing with the repercussions of this right now, today. So now, without further ado, Mr. Lionel Deshaun Shields, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Lionel D. Shields from Houston, Texas. Grew up in Third Ward, the Southside of Houston. I attended a lot of schools that's in Third Ward, like Ryan Middle School, Dawson Elementary, Mosley Head Start. Went to Yates, and
You like sports?
oh yeah, I love football.
Did you get a chance to play any while you were in school?
No, not really. Not really, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for sharing about your childhood. Anything else about your childhood you'd like to share with us?
Um,
Brothers, sisters,
my
how you grew
I,
up?
well, I grew up with my brothers and sisters, but I'm the oldest, so
Mhm.
um, it was more of me growing up with my cousins and being around them majority of all my childhood life.
Okay. But you're the big brother of how many, Shon?
Uh, I got three sisters and three brothers.
Three sisters and three brothers. Wow. And you're the oldest.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot. That's a lot to carry, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It really is.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you again, Shon. Now, what I would like you to do is tell the listening audience about that evening around 9 p.m. on October the 16th, I'm sorry, October the 22nd, 2016. Tell us how your day was before. Just tell us about that day in general.
Um, Mostly I was just really just hanging out with friends on that night. Well, actually, a lot didn't happen that day. Um, it was a candlelight for a friend of mine's, known as Junebug. Um, he was shot and killed in the same apartment complex, and I think that night about I was at the candlelight, but I think about an hour and a half, uh, one of my family members, uh, his son had got shot in the head, I believe, in the third ward, and then I got shot.
So, Sean, that day you had been at a candlelight vigil for someone else who had been killed in those same apartments.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Mass, do you know how old that individual was? Was it a young man, young woman? What was it?
Yeah, he was young. I'm 30 now, so I take that he probably, if he was still here with us, he probably been like 32 years old, 31, 32 years old. So at that time, he was like 25, 26.
Wow. Wow. And what's the apartments? What are the apartments called? And
Uh,
where are they located exactly?
they Southland Palms. They located on Scott Street.
Mm-hmm. It's like Scotty what? Like what in closer to 288, Sean?
Closer to 16.
Okay, closer to 16. Okay. Okay.
They're like one light from 16.
Okay. So Sean, walk us through. Okay, it's the vigil is over. At this point, the vigil is over. And you and some of the guys are still hanging out after the vigil.
Yeah, we were just all just hanging out. Like I was in my car. My friend, he was in his car. My other friend was in his car. We really was just chilling. Really just chilling in our cars. You know, and then someone said, hit the lights. Told one of my other friends, no, to hit the lights on the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I really was like, at that time, I was like, what the hell's gonna go on? But I didn't move. I say about 5 minutes later, I heard gunshots, just a whole bunch of gunshots. But I was out my car at this time. I think I went to my friend car to talk to him, and that's when I heard the gunshots. I just started hearing the gunshots, and panic, because I could have ran back to my car and got in my car because my car was right there, and I left my car running too. So I could have ran and got back in the car, but instead I ran in the back of the apartments. I was looking for my my sister house,
Mm-hmm.
but I was so scared and panicked. At that time I forgot where it was at, and I seen these two guys running up behind me with their guns up. Uh, One of the individuals, he knew me since my childhood. He knew me around the area and everything. And I told him who I was. Told him like, hey, ain't nobody come back here. You know, and I kind of bent over, like put my hands on my chest, kind of gasping for air because I was running hard. And
Mm-hmm.
I turned to my left, and it's like everything. I knew I was shot because everything just it felt like a ring. My whole body just wrong. I kind of fell back on one hand, and and I just kept praying for help.
So Sean, let me ask you this. Okay, the guy who pulled the gun, who the guy who shot you, because you know who it is.
Yeah.
Was that someone who was already at the vigil too that night?
Yeah, he was.
So, what do you think he was out there for a vengeance situation?
Uh,
Was he out there to just try and come up? Do you
I,
think he was out there to try to rob people?
no, no, I don't think he was out there to rob anybody. I mean, I can't say, but I do know he was out there to to pay his respect to the individual that got killed over there, and I guess retaliation. I don't know, but you know,
Do do you feel like he was chasing after you? I mean,
I,
I know you.
when I ran behind, hit the alleyway, and I ran behind the apartment, I believe that he must start because they word was that he they was looking for the individual that shot killed that person. So uh it was like I believe it was like a mistake identity or whatever like that was, and he seen somebody running. It was me, and he chased behind me.
Was it too dark for him to have recognized that it was you, Shon?
I mean, it was dark. It was dark, and it was a little cool outside.
Cause yeah, it was October.
It was a little cool outside, and but when I told him who I was, he put the gun down. He had put the gun down, and I think he seen his opportunity to take his shot to try to rob me.
Wow. Okay, let me ask you this then. Did you hear the gunshot? When the bullet hit you, did you hear it? I know you say you felt the ringing, but
And
did you hear it?
I didn't hear it. My body just run.
Your body just wrong, your whole body.
Yeah, my whole body just run. My whole body just run. And I put my one hand over here on my face. At first, I fell back. I fell back on one hand. I didn't fall all the way down. I fell back on one hand, and I kind of got myself back up. And they ran left, and I ran right.
And you were able to still run. How far were you able to run, Shon?
Oh man, I think I ran down to two alleyways to where the apartments at. I was knocking on people's doors. Uh, Nobody didn't want to at that time help me. No, because I guess they didn't know the government was still after me and everything. I know they got keys and everything, so they was kind of pushing me outside their door. You know, uh,
All right.
I was about to, sit down on a sidewalk and just give up, but something was telling me, don't give up. Keep fighting. So I ran across the way, and I knocked on the door, and I told this guy, somebody shot me. Please help me. Please help me. And he was finna shut the door back in my face, like,
Mhm.
can't come in here. And I kind of grabbed him by the wrist like this, and I
Yeah.
was, sir, please don't let me die here. And that's when he really opened his doors, and he took me to the bedroom and put me on his bed, and
Wow.
blood was just coming out my face. He had got towels and everything.
Lord, Shon. And you were still alert. You were aware of everything that was still going on, Shon.
Yeah, I was aware.
Could you still see? I mean, how how were you able to still hear? Because I don't know the type of ringing you know by no means, but how could you even hear to talk to him? How was you able to hear with that ringing, with the pain, with the blood? How?
Well, for one, my adrenaline, it was just my adrenaline was pumping, and I was afraid, scared to die.
Yeah,
And after he put me in there, and everybody realized what apartment I went into, people, close friends, and people that knew me came in the house, was asked, what happened, who did this. I couldn't tell them nothing because I didn't trust nobody.
yeah.
At that time, I didn't trust nobody.
And you was aware.
I didn't even trust the person that let me in his house because I was afraid that if the guy came or whatever, he would make his way into this house and finish me off. I remember going into the house and I told the guy to lock all the doors.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. It was scary.
Can I ask you this, Shon? Because this is something I wonder because of my own baby brother's murder. Did it cross your mind how your mother would feel or how your little brothers and sisters would feel if you died that night?
Um, yeah, yeah, I know how. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do. I mean, I didn't. I can say this. Uh, when I went to the hospital and all these people were just coming up there, family coming from out of town, people that knew my mom. I mean, it was just a lot of people. I didn't know at that time that I was like really loved.
Okay.
I was
So,
really,
so let me ask you this. Just a moment. Back to the apartment. Were you still alert when the ambulance got there? The EMS. Were you still alert at that point?
yeah, I was alerted. I I want to say that when the ambulance got there, I guess because I don't want to make like it's racial or whatever like that is, but I guess because I'm a black male and I'm in a low income apartments,
Right.
and the ambulance was walking with the stretcher down the alleyway. You know,
With you on it.
they was coming to me.
Okay.
So the people that was in the house, they walked me halfway to them. They hurry up and get me to the stretcher to get me to the kind of speed up the process to hurry up and give me medical attention immediately.
Yeah. And so by the time they got you on there, did they start making haste to get you taken care of?
Um, when I got in when I got in the ambulance, I remember asking one of the ambulance the staff. I asked him whether I was gonna die.
Hmm. My
He
mama.
told me he don't know, and I didn't ask no more questions. I just got real silent, and I just said to myself, well, if I'm still breathing, I'm still talking, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. Did you and you kept that fire all the way, huh?
Yeah, I kept the file. I believe I died in the ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
came back because from the time I said that to myself, we was at the hospital like that.
Just like that.
And I said, I believe I died then and came back because I don't remember getting no, like, I don't even remember after he said that and I said what I said. I don't even remember the ambulance even moving or nothing like that. I don't remember none of that. I remember me kind of open up my eyes. I can see the lights at the hospital. I knew I was at the hospital. I could see us go through some double door. And that's when I got back alerted that I was at the hospital.
Shon, let me ask you this. What about okay, you know, I know you have faith. So we know that was God that was keeping you. So let me ask you this. You have not told me about any pain. What about pain, Shon? What about the pain?
You don't feel no pain when you get shot. It's no pain. It's not no It ain't no pain. I didn't feel no pain the whole time I was shot. It was no pain. And
Mama.
I think that I believe that's and when there's no pain and you talking as you shot, you just you just die.
Wow.
And I felt that. It's no pain.
So wow. That's big. That's a lot. That's big to even wrap my mind, my head around. So then now you at the hospital, Shon. They've taken you from the South Side to Taub Hospital, our trauma center here in Houston, Texas. They took you to Taub. What happened then? Because at this point, I know your family know, and I know they're either on their way to the hospital or they're already at the hospital. So what happened time you got to the hospital? They take you straight to surgery, Shon?
Um, I remember them taking me off the stretcher and put me on the hospital bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one of the staff asked me, uh, can you move over to the from the stretcher to the hospital bed? And I kind of looked at him like with fear in my eyes, like I'm shot.
My mama.
And they kind of just moved me over to the hospital bed, started cutting up my clothes and everything. And I just kept yelling, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And they were
Lord.
checking at that time. They were just checking to see, I guess, did the bullet come out? Did it have an exit room, or did I get hit more than once, or whatever like that?
Yeah.
And kind of after that, I remember going in the little dark little room, and they put me through this machine, and I'm just steady screaming, "It's burning! It's burning! It's burning!" I felt the burning part. I felt that, but as in pain, nah, ain't no pain.
Did they give you anything for pain? Did they give you anything from the time the paramedics got to you? Did they give you anything? Do you
The,
remember?
the ambulance put an IV in my arm when I was,
Uh-huh.
but that's all I remember. I don't remember what the hospital did, you know, because I was kind of slipping off
Yeah.
in and out.
Okay. So what about Shon? Tell us about the trajectory of the bullet. Where did it hit you? Where is it? What happened?
Uh, it hit me right here in the face.
Yeah.
Um, it came all the way around to my spinal cord. It it broke all my jawbones, all of that. Um, it stopped it right there by my spinal cord. It was like this close. It was just sitting right there by it, and it started moving down into my back. And 4 years later, it came on my back.
It came out.
My
It so that really happened. I've heard it, but that really happened.
Yeah, I was. I remember me. Uh, I was sleeping, and my kids was running around the house, and I'm like, um, I kept hitting the door wide open. They was outside playing. I was sleeping, and I felt something kind of hard on my side,
Mm-hmm.
and so I picked up and I looked at it, and the first thing I said, I know my kids ain't throw no rocks at me while I was asleep.
Yeah.
So I looked, and some say feel your back. I felt my back, and there it was. It was the bullet.
And it just you had the little mark from where it came out on your back, or the little opening like it
Yeah,
came through your skin.
yeah. The mark's still there. Like it
Yeah.
literally came on my back. I was shocked to see it. It wasn't no blood behind it or nothing. It just fell out.
It just came out. Oh man, you you got something to do.
Yeah.
You have something to do. Now, Shon, after let's go back to the hospital stay. Let's go back to the hospital. When did they finally take you into surgery, Shon? Or did yeah, well, because they had to fix your face and everything. When did they take you into surgery?
Yeah, I
Huh?
that I don't
You don't remember?
know because yeah, I don't know. I think I fell into a coma in the emergency room.
My mama.
Coma in the emergency room.
And you stayed in the coma how many days, Shon? Finish telling us about the rest.
My mom said I thought I stayed in the coma for about 3, 4 days, but my mom said I stayed in there for about 2 weeks.
Do you what do you remember when you was in a coma? Do you remember anything? Can you really hear people? You know, we hear that's being said, but can you really hear people when you're in a coma?
I didn't hear nothing when I was in the coma. I don't know if anybody experienced that, but I didn't experience that. What I did experience was how people say they seen a lot of God.
Hmm.
And when I was young, hearing these stories, I always thought the light of God was the light. That be,
Yes.
but I actually experienced the light of God. I was, I believe, yeah, I had to be in the coma then. Um, I just remember, if it felt like a dream,
Wow.
I just remember something just beeping, beep, 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 and I'm just laying in the hospital bed. And then, as I look to my left and look to my right, I don't see nobody in here with me. I just keep hearing that beeping sound. And
Hmm.
as I look to my right, look on the ground. I see stairs just
Wow.
falling to the ground, and they just lighten up these beautiful colors.
Wow. The colors. The colors.
And I believe the stairs was just there, but I looked there. I did have attention to, you know, like, wow, what's that? You know, this is actually real, real. I really saw this, and I didn't get out the bed because I was like, I'm not gonna. I don't feel like getting up.
Yeah.
That's how I kept feeling. I'm not. Like, it was real, and I don't know. After that, they just closed up.
Wow, Shon.
I don't remember after that. Like, I don't remember nothing else after that.
My. And so then, after that beautiful experience, that peace, right? When you did wake up, tell me about when you woke up.
Uh, I woke up and I remember my mom saying, uh, I woke up, I looked at my mom, and I remember her saying, "You ready to go get that bag?" She was talking about the money bag.
Yeah.
I was trying to ease up, and
Yes.
like, no, 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 no. And at that time, I kind of looked and see I was hooked up to all these machines and everything.
Hmm.
Um, but I wasn't breathing on my own.
Wow.
I was I used to have the video. My mom had the video. I don't know if she probably still have it, but she showed me a video when I got to the hospital. Doctors trying to get me to breathe on my own.
Hmm.
Just seeing in the video, okay, we finna take this off. I need you to breathe, and they took it off, and now you can hear the thing just dropping, beep 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 beep.
Oh, Sean.
Protected at your front door.
Can
But
you,
then,
can you hold on for 1 second?
most definitely, most definitely. Everyone who's here, who's sharing in this video, this interview, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here to hear Sean's story because his story is amazing. But it's some other things that he's going to share with you all, and I'm glad you all are here to support him in this. You, Sean, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you did start breathing, because I know you started breathing, I know you started fighting right after that.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell what happened. What that same fight you was having when you was running down the dark alleyway in those apartments, and I know how dark it can get in apartments like that. So on with someone who have not been shot, I know how maneuvering through things like that it can be scary, uncertain. So you shot and you doing it and you doing it and you doing it good. That's the only thing I can say. So what happened when they took the breathing machine off of you, and then your breath started going down? What happened at that point?
Um, I just remember seeing the video. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
But you fought anyways because you're here. So what was
I,
when you
I
I'm
remember.
sorry.
I remember my mom. I remember my mom. She have a big part to play in it of me surviving.
Yes.
Yeah, I know God is the reason why I'm here, but I really say that my mom is the real MVP
Yes.
because when I fell into that coma and they put me on life support, uh, at that time it was a waiting game,
Yeah, Sean.
and my mom they came to my mom and they told her, I guess, try to get her some paper to sign. She told them that she wasn't signing it.
Hmm.
And she said, and I think one of the staff was like, "Oh no, I'm not asking you to sign it, because he making a decision right now."
To take you off life support?
She, but the staff was just basically saying like, "It's not up to you, it's not up to us, it's up to him, up to me."
Yeah.
Basically telling my mom that it's up to me to fight.
It's up to you to fight. What was your days after that like, Sean? What was your recovery? First out of the hospital, being shot in the face, the bullet still in your body, traveling down your spine. You're not knowing if you're gonna be paralyzed. You're not knowing if
Well,
you're gonna even be alive because you had to deal with all the other stuff.
yeah,
In
it was when I came home. I was still critical. Um, they tried to send me to a rehab place.
Yeah,
And remind you, they had to put a tray in my throat right here to help me breathe because I wasn't breathing on my own. I asked my mom, why did they do that? My mom said because my airways was closing up.
yeah,
And when I came home, thank God for my Aunt Joyce. Um, During her time, she used to work in the medical field.
yes,
And when I came home, she was the person that was there for, I think, 45 days to 2 months. I had a trach in my throat, and they had to order a machine for me to have, and every day I had to get she had to take this tube and just clean
yeah.
my throat out.
And she went and she did it every day.
She did it every day.
Salute, salute to salute.
It's,
Family is everything, huh, Sean?
yeah.
Family, family is everything. Do you think you could have made it without family? First of all, without God and then your mama?
Nah, I don't think I would have made it.
Someone was detected.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would have made it without the the love, the praying, and I don't think I would have made it. When I
Yeah,
came home, I was scared. I was
yeah.
shit shocked. I was like real scared.
Because you knew you were still in the woods, Sean. You had to deal with the trach, the clots, the infections, the all of that. What do you feel like right now? Can you tell us and tell everyone here, what do you feel? What do you feel like right now? How do you feel physically? How do you feel mentally? How's your emotions? How do you feel, Sean?
Um, I feel blessed.
Okay.
I feel blessed. I feel like I feel like uh, people would tell me it wasn't your time to go. That
Someone was detected at the
you
front
have a
door.
purpose to be out. Be here. And at that time, going through that, I didn't know my reasons of being here. Well, I knew my reason of being here, but I didn't. When people kept telling me that, uh, I just kept questioning myself. Like, I'd rather die than to go through all that suffering I did.
Wow. How do you feel about that now, though?
Uh,
Or is that too big of a question to be asking right now? You want to just leave it?
nah, I made it.
Hello.
I
Okay.
made it. Made it. I made,
I I know that's right. Shon, what about the physical things you deal with right now today? What you dealing with right now physically?
I still have pain in my jaws. Uh, I can't I can't really eat. Uh, like I can't eat like I can't eat chew down on my food. So I mostly like
Someone is
eating.
detected at your front door.
I mostly like eating soft food like spaghetti, uh, nacho. Where my mouth won't be hurting as much.
Is it like the inside or is it like your face, like back here? What's the part that give you if you accidentally bit down on the wrong thing, what part is going to hurt you the most? Under here, over here, where does it hurt the most?
It's all over here. That's gonna hurt me.
All over there.
Um, as this day, this part right here
Uh-huh.
is still numb.
It's still numb right there.
It's still numb. Like I
Okay.
know I'm touching I know I'm touching it, but it's numb right there.
What about over here? You have feeling back over here? Are your feeling is okay?
On this side of my head, like I
And I
was
keep coming to the, I mean,
in 2016, I got shot 10 days before Hurricane Harvey hit us.
wow.
I went into another surgery. They try to uh I pretty much said they went on top of my skull and they had cut it all the way open. They was trying to move a tissue from up here and bring it
Hmm.
down to my mouth to replace the jawbone, but it was unsuccessful.
Someone was detected at your front door.
So I had to recover from that too.
So you was going through a lot, and then Harvey hit us and shut down the city.
Yeah, I was uh it was flooding and I had like 27 staples in my head.
My, 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 my. Shon, okay, emotionally about you. How do you feel emotionally? What's are you more fearful out here now? What are you feeling more?
I'm not It's a scary city we living in right now. Um uh I mostly I think when I get too scared, people don't know this. When I get too scared, I kind of hit the highway.
Someone was detected at your front door.
And get by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand. And you find peace in that, Shon?
When I'm on the road, oh yeah, I find a lot of peace on the road.
You might want to share that with your family because that's something they need to know. You don't want them to think, sometimes you just shut down. Because sometimes when you're going through things, especially what you've been through, people don't understand all the everything that comes with it. So let your family know sometimes, Shon, what you're feeling. Now, may I ask you this? Do you still have time? You okay with the time?
Oh yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you mind telling us about Nariah?
Um, um,
Okay, okay. Can I say this first? To my listeners, I want you all to listen to this good, what he's about to say. We're going to discuss it more at a later time, but this played a big part in his life and everything that's going on, and how we need to come together individually and as a city to start getting people to put these weapons down. And when I say people, I'm talking about our young people. When I say young people, I'm specifically speaking about our young black and our young Hispanic children, especially in our inner city communities. So, wow. Shon is getting ready to tell us about his little sister. Her name is Nariah Champion. Am I correct, Shon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please share with us. Please share with us about Nariah.
Um, uh, she was a smart, intelligent kid. Um, I remember when she was 13 years old. I remember her telling me that she wanted to become a lawyer. And
Mm-hmm.
she used to always play with me. Would be like, if you do anything bad, I'm gonna tell the judge to give you 25 years. I'm not gonna fight for you. And we used to always just joke about that. I mean, she used to always make my mama laugh about that. And I watched her grow up. Um, her and my mom used to always spend a lot of time together, like one-on-one time together. And
Mm-hmm.
she kind of watched my mom, uh, kind of watched my mom growing up, and she wanted to be just like my mom. Um, she she ended up getting two jobs to save up money so she can go to college,
Mm-hmm.
and she did that. She did that. She she was 1 month for walking across the going to her prom, and she was 2 months from walking across the stage until April the 23rd of last year, 2022. She was she was shot.
You all, this is his baby sister. She was shot and killed. Tell us what happened, Shon.
Um, I remember I was in my mom's house. Um, I was asleep. I was in a deep sleep, and my phone was just ringing, 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 until I just got up and answered it. And I believe my mom got on the phone. She was just crying, just crying. It was like telling me she gone, she gone, she gone, she gone. And I kind of my mom was at the hospital, you know, and this was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I thought she was playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, stop playing. I'm asleep, and she couldn't take the plan. She was really gone. So she gave the phone to my little brother. My little brother was like, "Oh nah, man, she gone for real." And at that time, I'm like, "I don't believe you either." Until one of the doctors got on the phone and told me it's serious. It's She's not here. When I heard the doctor tell me that on the phone, my whole body just got cold. And I just said, okay. I immediately got my brothers up, and my stepdad that was recovering from a stroke. He had a major stroke. So I, had to get him up, get all his medication and everything, and you know, and get to the hospital. And once I got there, I I was coming off of 288 and exit Shadow Creek. I remember seeing a car. You know, at this time I didn't know she was shot. I didn't know what happened, and I was like, "Well, there go her car," and I see a policeman, sitting behind the car. So I was like, "Did she have a wreck?" because the car was just in the middle of the street. And I get to the hospital. I see my mom coming out there crying. She's just going through it, and it it wasn't just sucking in all the way that she was gone. It wasn't there yet.
What happened to her, Shon?
She was out with a friend, and they went to these apartments complex where they knew, well, her friend knew these individuals, these young guys, and they was all in the house. They was all in the house.
Your kitty's trying to get your attention.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to hold on. Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry about that.
Shon, you're perfectly fine.
And so
It's okay. It's
I
okay.
don't remember. I just it wasn't just there. I try to rethink it like wow, I got shot in the face. My sister was shot in the stomach area, and she couldn't. She didn't make it. There was no ICU. There wasn't no she's critical or you know it wasn't none of that. It wasn't no waiting in the waiting room to see what the doctor's gonna do, or she was gone.
Lord have mercy. Shon, who, and why? Who shot her? Who shot her? And
Um, she was with her friend at these apartment complex, and they was inside the house, and I was told that the guy, she was like standing up, and the guy was sitting down, and he was just said that the clip fell out the gun or whatever, and he forgot he had one in the chamber.
mm-hmm.
He went down to go get the clip that fell out the gun. He pulled the trigger, and by her standing in front of him, it struck her in the stomach area.
And killed her.
Yeah,
Lord
okay,
have mercy, Shon.
yeah.
My mama. So she was she like pronounced dead right there? Right there at the apartment? Did she even make
Um,
it to the hospital?
we don't know. Um, we don't know if people saying she was dead, that she was laying on the floor. Some people say that she was still alive as they was trying to get her to the hospital. Uh, we don't know. I rather she was shot. I rather took that she's in ICU or she's fighting for life or something. Y- I rather if she came home, you know, paralyzed.
Yeah, Shon. It's your baby sister.
But
What was her dream, Shon? What was her dreams? What would
her
tell us about?
dream
Yeah.
was her dream was to become a lawyer. So she
She,
got accepted at Blaine
mm-hmm.
and Harvard University,
Harvard University. My.
and she was on her way.
Yeah.
He wasn't She wasn't far. She was on her way. Uh, yeah.
Tell us about how the city of Houston is. Well, first, before we do that, before we go there, how is your mother, Shon? How on earth is your mother doing? How is your mother?
My mom is a strong woman. Um, she praise dance and everything. She she's just strong. She's you know she used to have my it was like a little poster with my sister on there sitting in the living room. She just moved it out the living room. I asked her why, and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, she just couldn't look at it no more.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
But she kept it in there for about she kept it in there for a good 10 months before she moved it. She said she put it up only where she know where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, and when she got shot, I felt it. We all felt it. I mean, everybody felt it. The family felt it. But I say the ones that really felt it was the brother and the parents. It's because I couldn't eat. My mom
Yes.
couldn't eat. It's like the pain is
Lord have mercy.
the pain is like you want to eat. Your mind telling you got to eat, and people bringing chicken and soul food and seafood over there, and it's just sitting all on the table. You try to go over there to eat. You just take a bite, and it's like your body just rejecting it.
Yeah. That's an excellent way to explain it because I know that part. I know how everybody is bringing everything and you just cannot. You can't eat it. You can't do anything with it.
You just go
So
and you just go sit outside.
yeah,
Wake up,
sure.
wake up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
You and you just walk around the house. It's just you walk around the house and you got tears in your eyes. It's
Yes, Sean.
Then you just go outside and you just look in the sky. You just look at the trees and you like, how? Like, why? And they say you can't question God, but on that day, I questioned it. Why?
I believe you can question him, Sean. I question him. And I don't know. I know it's a reasoning behind why people say that, but I talk to him and ask him questions all the time, Sean. And that's my truth. You know, I understand that numbness. Tell me, Sean, what is your mother doing right now? Tell me about what you was telling. Well, tell all of us about what you was explaining to me. How you all are keeping her memory alive.
Um. Uh. Thank. Thanks. To Sylvester Turner, our mayor of Houston, Texas. Uh. He rewarded my mom that day to celebrate her in Houston forever, which is 423. Um. My mom is she go and she talk to young kids at schools, in the community, trying to teach them about if you see a gun, walk away. If you see somebody playing with a gun, walk away. You know, and kind of getting the word out to these young kids in the generation that we in now. That you got 16-year-old, 17-year-old playing with guns. You got them like when they can't wait to get 18 so they can just go and get a gun in their name. That's their birthday gift. That's all they waiting on.
My, Sean, because
And
it's so.
um she's also launching the I think it's gonna be called, I forgot what the name it is,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be for kids that can't afford to go to college, and it's gonna help kids get a scholarship to go to college and everything like that. And
That's
I think the name's supposed to been uh Nariah Foundation. I think I don't know, but I know that's what she's doing. She's working on that right now.
when she gets the information together, Sean, please give it to me, and I'll make sure everyone I know get it. Okay. I'll make sure everyone I know, and also you all who are live viewing this right now and who will view the replays for time to come, days, months, years to come. I'm going to place that information also in the comments, in the notes to this interview, show notes, so you all will be able to come back and get that information as well. Shon, how are you feeling right now?
Um, I'm a little emotional, but I'm
Yeah,
okay.
you okay?
I'm okay.
Let
I
me,
I mean, I go visit her grave site. You know, I'm actually finna go visit her grave site uh real soon. Um, it's just so much I wish heaven had a phone.
hmm.
I wish they had visitation hours because there's
Yeah.
so much I want to tell her.
Yes.
Uh, if it wasn't for her, you know, I wouldn't have a license because at that time I didn't know how to do it, and she helped me. She guided me through that, and we was finished doing my license Tuesday of that same week. I had all the paperwork. I passed all the classes and everything. And she told me, she said, "Now all you gotta do is just take it up there and take your driving part." I said, "Okay, thank you."
Wow, Sean.
And she was gone 5 days later. It, that I will never forget that. She sat on my mama couch. She sat on my mama couch, and she uh she was just planning out her prom and what car she was going to get, and all these things that she wanted for her prom and her graduation, and we supposed to celebrate it real big with her that day.
Oops. I'm
But my
sorry.
mom, my mom, kept her dream alive. My mom still went her prom date. My mom still ended up getting that car she wanted. She ended up taking her prom date to the prom.
Really? Wow. My.
She walked that stage.
She went and got a diploma, huh?
She walked that stage.
Man, Sean, tell the people who listening, because I pray some young people come across this video. Talk to them, Sean. Talk to them. Tell them the pain from one foolish moment of mishandling a weapon, or from one stupid ignorant moment of doing something that they know is wrong. Tell them the pain it caused, Sean.
Hmm. I don't think I can say to these, youngsters that's in this generation right now that when you pick up that weapon, you know, just think, you know, who you're gonna hurt because that person or whoever you shoot might be dead or whatever. They family suffering, and then
Yeah.
you got your family suffering because either you're gonna either it's gonna be retaliation on that end,
Yeah. Yes.
or you're gonna be in jail for life.
Yeah.
And I think I posted something on Instagram this week about before you pull this trigger, go sit in the restroom.
Hmm.
Sit in the restroom for about 25 minutes and see can you sit like that for 25 years.
My. That's powerful.
And
That's powerful.
it's just crazy.
If you can't put the gun down, if you can't do it, put the
But
gun down.
some of them, these youngsters, I talk to some of them, and some of them, they do it to get a name for themselves.
Yeah.
You got those. and then you got those that uh trying to be something they not,
Yes, Shon.
and then you got those, you know, that's really about that life. I could say that's really gangster,
Right.
you know. But all those three, the one that's wannabe, the one that's gangster, or the one that's trying to get a name for themselves. At the end of the day, it don't lead to two things:
Hmm.
the grave or the cell.
The gray water cell, and that's it. That's it. Because you said it all. You said it all, Shon. You know we got to talk again
Yes,
because
man.
now we have to get hit the ground running. Because I'm here, I would like to support your mother. My family would like to support your mother. Houston would like to support your mother. The world gonna support your mama about Nariah.
Yes, man.
But we're gonna implement some things because guess what? She may have changed her address, but her spirit is still here. Okay. And she's going to be leading, she's going to be guiding, she's going to be directing, and we're going to keep her memory alive.
I
Look,
keeping that memory alive. Uh this year of this year, uh I celebrated that whole week to celebrate my sister. That
yes,
whole week. That whole week. And Saturday, which was April 22nd of this year, I went to the jewelry store to get a chain made
wow,
that's gonna say 423. I'm gonna show it. It will be ready. I want to say it'll be ready for my birthday. Before my birthday, my birthday is June 15th. You
okay,
know, I'm gonna show it and everything like that. But it's for my sister. I want
yes,
that day to live on forever and ever and ever and ever.
yes, yes, because that's a heavenly birthday. So it's there. Shon, I appreciate you for taking our time. I know you're busy. I know, but especially by you being the oldest of all your mother's children. And I know because a few minutes ago I heard you just as we got ready to start. I know you that she's right there. So in this Mother's Day weekend, so I want you to get to her and do what you have to do. But Shon, I thank you. I thank you. And Houston, let me tell you all, this young man, this 30-year-old young man is one of the most humblest, sweetest, kindest gentleman that you'd ever want to meet. And so, with that, we're going to end this. Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm okay too. I'm okay too. Again, Shon, thank you. Um, I guess if anyone has any questions or concerns, you all, or anything you just like to ask Shon or you'd like to say to Shon, please comment it. This is my mama P. This is my chaplain. She say thank you, Shon. She has been saying praise God. She's been sending you uplifting wishes this whole time, okay? And then there go Jeffrey Lacey, and Jeffrey said thank you. Said
Oh,
thank you,
okay.
Shon. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Anybody else have something for Shon? Come on, give Shon some love, y'all. Come on.
I thank y'all for having me.
Almiria said, "Thank you, Shon," and she said, "Thank you." Okay, sweetheart. That's it. If we don't have anything else, and Shon, again, thank you, sweetheart. And before we get off of here, is there anything? Let's see. Question. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Madam Chaplain, Mama P. I don't see it. I don't see the question. Can you post it again, please? Okay, I think she's probably typing it, Shon. Um, I also want to thank um Text Run, You see that? Mary say your mom is awesome, Shon. She
Thank
say
you.
your
Yes,
mother is awesome.
yes, she is. I don't
Yeah.
know what I don't know what I'd do without my mother. I swear I don't. I
Hmm.
swear I don't. I swear
Yes.
I don't. And speaking of mothers, these youngsters, they disrespect their mothers. And
Yeah.
I only got one thing to say about that. You angry at your parents,
Mm-hmm.
but without them, you wouldn't even know how to be angry.
You said a whole lot. You said everything, not just a whole lot, but you said everything.
You wouldn't even knew how to respond. You you wouldn't knew nothing. I cherish my mom every day. My mom
Hmm.
can call me for anything in the world, and I'm
That's
coming running. And there's a lot of people will tell you, I'm the same way about my stepfather.
that's so
He had a
precious.
stroke. You know, I took my time off of work
Hmm.
for about 6, 7 months to make sure that he get the to make sure he's able to talk again. A
Yes,
lot.
sweetheart. I know you're right there. I've seen you. I've seen how you are. Like I say, you one of the most and then at 30, at 30 years old, because that's a transitional point for in a young man's life. And that's that like that hot-headedness, but you're none of that. You're such a gentle young man. Um, um, let's see. Reginald Lacey say hey fam. he say he say
What's up,
hey
Reginald?
fam. And then check this out, Sean. We have Mama P. She say, let's see, during your time with God, did God tell you to go back? Did he tell you to go back? Do you remember?
um, um, I believe that I have a purpose to be here, and at that time I didn't know what was a purpose. I can tell you now, I know why I'm here.
You know why you here.
I know why
So
I'm here.
which is it something you want to share with us, or would you like to discuss it at another time?
Um, I'm a very helpful person.
Yes, you are.
Um, and I believe, you know, I'm here to protect,
Yes.
watch over my family, and that's my whole family, not my kids. You know, my whole family, not my kids or my wife, just not them. I mean, I'm talking my mom, my stepfather, my brothers, my aunt, my cousins. I'm here to help, and they know how big I am on family. I'm real big on family.
And I know because I see you with the father that you're speaking of, and I see how you take care of him, and you
Yeah,
cater to his every. When I say you cater to his every need, you cater to his every need. I see you. I saw you, and I see you, and you are Sean, and the most wonderful, excellent person on this earth is a person with a servant spirit, because that's who Jesus was. He was a servant. And that's why you walk in so much humility and so much humbleness, because you are. I mean, at 30 years old, I've seen you sit around all the old people, and that include me, the 50 ups, the 50 and up, and you sit right there. You just
because
sit right there humbly and you cater to your father.
because if I tell you this, I was raised up I was raised around old people, you
Wow.
know, and I don't like hanging around with youngsters. Yeah, I am 30. I am considered still young, but my mindset is not with the it's not weak.
Yes.
I don't I don't want to be riding. I don't even like people riding with me to be like I don't. Only person I like really ride with me is my stepfathers
Yes.
or my cousins or family. But as in this homeboys, like I don't like, I just don't. I
Right.
mean, I love going around, you know, I call them the OGs, you know, for instance, like Jeffrey, going around him and he's telling me about his life story and everything. I listen to that.
Yeah.
I listen and I take all of that in. And my stepfather, hey, he be on me. He had a stroke and everything, and hey, I tell people don't let him fool you. He he be on me. Anytime I slip up, hey, I'm
And
telling
Sean,
you,
he
man,
be on you like that.
he
Does
get
he
on
really?
he because you know for a youngster,
Yes.
and if they got a stepfather and everything, they don't consider them that's their father. They oh that's a dude that my mama talked to, and everything. But
Right.
I don't believe in stepfathers.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm out and people ask me who is this, that's my dad. And when I'm out and they ask him who is this, he say my son.
That's right.
It's
That's the
because it's a respect. It's a
yes.
respect. I seen him before he had a stroke. My mom is happy.
Yes.
My mom is happy. She's very happy.
Yeah.
And to show my appreciation of that, man, look, you had a stroke, I got you.
That's so kind, Sean.
I got
That's
you.
and
Because
you do.
it's because I want you to get back up to 100%, continues to make my mom happy and to motivate my mom.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want to see that. I don't want to see my mama depressed or sad. I don't
Hmm.
want to see that. I don't want to see that. I think, and that's what motivates me. It motivates me to see my kids happy.
Yes, Sean.
It motivates me to see my mom and my stepfather. It motivates me to see my family happy. It
Yeah.
just motivates me.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Right now, at this moment, Sean, I thought your stepfather was your father because you treat him like a king. You treat him like a king. Like I say, it's not a time I don't see him that I don't see you. I was going to ask you to turn that light on, but at the same time, Sean, no, no, no. Let me tell you why I ain't asked you because I don't, it's dark already outside around you,
Yes, ma'am.
and so I don't want you to be sitting in a vehicle with the light on you and it's dark outside. So, as a mother who has a 29-year-old myself, we're going to get ready to call this interview over because I want you to go back in. I want you to get out the car, okay? So you can go back in the house. Sean, I thank you. I love you, young man.
I thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Mr. Bobby Arnold said, thank you for sharing this about your sister and you and your family. He said it was very touching.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby.
And then Madam Chaplain said, you are a living, breathing, walking, talking miracle. And yes, you are. Yeah, that you are, man. You are, you are, you are. Now we're gonna officially bring this to a close. I just want to say, I want to say real quick. Um, we have two sponsors for this video for this interview. So let me give my sponsors some love. We have I'm sorry, let me get the name. All is well travel and destination. Travel is an $8 trillion in industry, and they are looking for travel agents. I'm going to put all the details for All is Well Travel and Destination in the show notes. And we also have Text Run, Texas Remote and Online Notary Network. They need notaries to sign on and be notaries. Sean, you might be one of them notaries. How about that? And you can help your family even more, okay?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
sweetheart. I love you, Sean. I love you. I love you. I love you. God bless you. And I will see you soon. And we will be on doing this again. And maybe the next time, Sean, we can bring a young person in here on the platform with us and we can talk to them and just start bringing young people into this conversation. How about that?
Oh, I like that. I have a
And
whole lot of them.
see, and also your mother. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you, Shon. Thank you, King, Lionel, Deshaun, Shields. Thank you, Houston. Thank you, everyone who tuned in to our live broadcast. And again, for anyone who will see this in the future, we thank you. We appreciate you. We thank God for you. And this is Sean Lacey, aka Miss Officer and Deshaun, and we signing out. Have a blessed night, Houston. See
Yeah,
you
have
all
a wonderful
soon.
night.
Thank you.